The legendary Roy Jones Jr. here as well. Now, how long have you been working with Chris for this camp then, Roy?
About a month. About 4 or 5, not 5 weeks actually.
Right, how's he looking? How are you happy with everything?
Looking very good, very happy with everything, happy with the enthusiasm that he has come fight with all the time. He's a different kind of a horse. He's the kind of horse that performs fight night better than he does in the training gym. So I love a horse that can perform fight night better than it performs in the preparation for the fight.
Okay.
Roy, I was over there in Las Vegas when you watched Liam Smith fight Jamie Mungai. He was there, I think he was working the show. I remember seeing you the morning after with Liam. How much more have you seen of Liam since that fight? Have you been studying Liam for Junior or?
No, I haven't really been studying Liam because I know Liam pretty good. I've been watching him for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just simple. Liam is a very tough, straightforward fighter. He's gonna give you everything he got.
Yeah.
And you ready to deal with it or you're not. Well, he's gonna be beefy every night. And you gotta love that about it.
What's going to be the difference then? I mean, you're obviously got confidence in your man. Many would say that Liam Smith has better boxing ability, but Chris is physically maybe fresher, fitter, and more imposing physically. I mean, where do you see it?
I don't think he has better boxing ability. I think he has probably a little bit better experience because he's been with Canelo, per se. So, yes, he got a little bit better experience, but boxing ability Chris has. Fighting toe-to-toe Chris has. But normally and naturally, Chris is the bigger man. Chris chose to fight at middleweight and super middle. Liam chose to fight at junior middle and middle. So,
Right, we seen last time out Junior for the first time probably in his career boxing really well off the back foot. We're not asking you to give things away, but is that things you've been working on throughout the camp? Junior's boxing ability on the back foot?
You always work on that because that's part of boxing. You never know what you might need. You might get a cut or something and have to fight doing it that way. So you got to have that, but that's not the real initial plan. But yeah, we always work on back foot boxing because that's what he was missing.
Yeah.
So you got to always try to better him every day. So yeah, I always work on his back foot game still because that's the one element that I think I was brought here for. But we do also focus on him being Chris Eubank too.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting time, obviously, with Chris and the Conor Benn fight that never was. Yep. You weren't involved in that camp. He's brought you in for this. Liam Smith thinks that he needs you as a confidence boost for this fight because it's going to be harder. Chris disagrees, but what's the story behind you being involved in this camp and not the previous one?
The only thing about me was when the Ben Eubank fight was made, that's a family feud. I love both sides, just like I love both sides here. But when the families are involved, if the dad wants to work the corner because of the family feud, I got to step back to that. Their fight really was only made because of their fathers. If no other middleweight and welterweight would plan to fight each other too often. You understand me? So that fight was only made because of the beef in their families with their father. I have sense enough to understand that. I'm not the kind of guy who's arrogant and, I got to be there every time. No, I'm a very humble person. You want me to come, I'll come. You don't need me, leave me home. I'm cool at home. I got other fighters I work with, and I got other things I can do still. So I was cool with that. But he did call me and say, listen, this time I want my father to work the corner because this is what the deal is. You know how this rivalry goes. He said, but from that point forward, I still want you as my head coach. I said, no problem. Just let me know when we got to go again. When the fight got canceled, he called me. We spoke about the fight a little bit. Then he said, okay, I think next is going to be Liam Smith. I said, I'll be ready.
Roy, finally from me. Do you still believe Junior's improving and he comes through Saturday night? Do you believe he's got a world title in him?
Say that one more time.
So, one, do you think Junior's still improving as an all-round boxer, as an athlete? And two, do you see Chris Eubank Jr. becoming world champion after this fight?
Yes, I definitely think he's improving a lot, and I definitely see him becoming world champion after this. Most definitely.
All the best for Saturday.
Thank you, guys.